Hello friends, I'm Amita Raj. I'm delighted to join you again to share with you another of my short stories for your listening pleasure. Before I proceed, I'd like to thank Beyond the Box and the ever-dynamic and dazzling Anupama Dalmia for so kindly featuring me to be BTB Voice of the Week. As far as what I do, I'm a fiction writer, poetess, and classical style singer, singing in both Indian and Western styles, with a lot of my work featured on various social media platforms, including YouTube, where I have my own channels to display my singing as well as poetry recitation. Now on to today's episode. The story that I wrote that I'm about to share with you is titled Strange Vibe. It describes a young lady who frequents a certain cafe, only to discover that there's a man there who stares persistently at her. What's this all about? We're about to discover. Kalpana settled into her favorite window seat in the cafe. She came here often, enjoying its ambience, where the flavors of spicy samosas, fruit smoothies, cardamom-laced tea, and the symphony of human voices blended like a wild elixir, firing up her creativity. Amidst it all flowed from her unlimited poems and stories, all like rushing rivers, colorfully flooding her notebook. Today, as she smiled dreamily across the room, she noticed that man again. Seated on a chair across from her, he was staring at her. It struck her once more that this was not the first time he was watching her with his intense hazel eyes. It had happened often in the last few days. But he looked harmless enough otherwise, in his casual jeans, kurta with Om printed on it, and that long-haired artistic appearance. Yet, though he didn't make any further contact or try to speak to her, something about his persistent gaze gave her, naturally, a strange vibe. She couldn't pinpoint anything that she could complain about other than that disturbing stare. In between sips of coffee and scribbling in his notebook was his non-stop invasive look. If he wasn't trying to pursue her romantically, why was he behaving in this strange manner? So to avoid him, she decided to switch her position so that her back was facing him while she wrote. However, though she moved, she could still feel his eyes piercing her from behind. "Leave me in peace," she wanted to yell, but held back. Maybe he'd deny it all and start a fight. "I think I better take a break from the cafe and sit on a bench in Rose Park and write. He'll probably find someone else to stare at." So amidst the coral and red roses and velvet grass in the park, she wrote. That's when a man's voice interrupted her. It was him again. "Back off!" she screeched. "Miss, I'm so sorry to have scared you. Please let me explain. You see, you look strikingly like a girl I once loved. When she disappeared suddenly from town, it broke my heart. But I've never forgotten our love. When I saw you at the cafe, you brought back that joy and beauty I remembered. That's why I did several sketches of you. Here's your portrait," he said, offering her the sketch. "Wow, how beautiful! I'd never have guessed this," she said, smiling. "Love is strange," he said, soulfully. So, dear friends, with that I complete my recitation and reading of today's story. I do hope you liked it. For more such interesting content, please do give this video a thumbs up and do subscribe to BTB channel on YouTube. Thank you very much.